Hello everyone and welcome back to Chelsea's W6 for my preview into the Chelsea versus Liverpool game this Sunday at Stamford Bridge. Now there are three topics I want to discuss. First of all is going to be the opposition. After that I'm going to go over Conte's press conference, and then finally I'll end with the predicted lineup. Now onto the opposition, being Liverpool of course. In the Premier League, the last time we faced them was this season at Anfield and we drew 1-1. Now, right after that game, we were basically sitting third in the league. They were sitting fifth in the league, and there was a gap of roughly 3 points. Since then, Liverpool have moved up, we've moved down, and within a couple of days into the game, we are sitting fifth, they are sitting third. There's a gap of roughly 6 points between us. And Liverpool have 2 games left, so they have us, and then they have Brighton. As for Chelsea, they have, of course, Liverpool. Then we have Huddersfield and then Newcastle away. Now, their last defeat was recorded on the 10th of March, and it was a 2-1 loss to Man United away. Since then, they've won 3 games and drawn 3 games, including 2 draws in the last 2 games, being a 2-2 draw against West Bromwich Albion away and a 0-0 at home against Stoke. At the moment, they are the second best team in terms of goal difference. And surprisingly, Liverpool have conceded 3 more goals than Chelsea this season. So it goes to show that they are an attacking mess. In the Champions League, they're through to the final against Real Madrid after defeating Roma in the semi-final on an aggregate of 7-6. Now, the qualification into the final could mean that Liverpool have that motivation to actually go out and win this game. But after those 2 legs, I've seen them a little bit more tired, especially at the end of the game. So it could be that Jurgen Klopp has to rest some key players, and that could turn it slightly into our favour. As for Liverpool's top scorer, we're all very familiar who he is. He used to be a Chelsea player, that's Mohamed Salah. He is sitting with 43 goals and 13 assists in all competitions. That is pretty much a goal every 91 minutes. In the Premier League, he has scored 31 goals and assisted 9. He is the Premier League's top goal scorer. As for Liverpool's formation, it's a 4-3-3 with 1 CDM. Now at times you could expect it to be a 4-3-2-1 because of Mane and Salah going in as forwards and not as wingers. On to Conte's press conference, and he was asked about whether there were any injury news, and he stated that there were none, but the problem is that we don't really know if that means that David Luiz and Ampadu are fit, and there were no questions asked about that, so we just don't really know at the moment. He was then asked if playing against Liverpool right now is a good opportunity for them to get back into the top 4. He said yes, that is the case, but we need to win this game to be able to have that type of chance. Now, he was also asked about Salah and whether he could predict the season he has had right now, and he stated that there was no way anyone could have predicted the season that he had. Then asked about whether he had any involvement in the sale of Salah, he stated that no, there was no involvement from him, and I mean, to be honest, it's pretty clear because the guy is head coach and he's not the guy who deals with the transfer business. So of course, it's not him who decided that. Then he was asked if achieving top 4 and FA Cup would make it harder for both clubs to part company. Which was a pretty interesting question given the scenario that we currently have. But Conte did say, look, I'm committed to this club, top 4, FA Cup trophy, that is my target. But it won't be easy to get it. Let's be honest, it won't be easy. And after Liverpool's performance this Wednesday and qualifying into the Champions League final, he was asked about whether Chelsea should be playing them right after that game. And Conte did say, no, it's maybe not the greatest of ideas, but we need to go out there and be ready to fight for the win. And those were the main topics surrounding Chelsea and Liverpool from Conte's press conference. Now onto the predicted lineup, and to be honest, I think we have 4 main dilemmas here. The first one is whether should we choose Christensen or Cahill. Now, Cahill is a defender who struggles under pressure, and when you have the likes of Salah, Mane and Firmino running at you, it's maybe not a good idea for him to play. Compare that to Christensen, who, yes, okay, he has made one mistake every game of the last couple of games he played. But he hasn't played for 4 games, and to me, he's that player that we should have. But yeah, I think Christensen would be the best option, but who knows, Conte might pick Cahill. As for the second option, it's between Emerson or Alonso. Now, Alonso is more of an attacking-minded left-wing back, but struggles a lot of times in terms of defense. Compare that to Emerson. Emerson is more of a player who can do well in defense. We've seen that over the last 3 games, and can contribute in attack. So I think Emerson would be the right option, but I think Conte might introduce back Alonso into the team. Now the third dilemma is, who do we choose to partner Kante? You have Bakayoko, who's been okay during the last 2 games, but he hasn't really performed in big games according to expectations, and the last time he did was at Atletico Madrid. Yeah, that's a while ago. As for Fabregas, to me, he's either a super sub or you need to play him in a midfield 3. Then you have Drinkwater, who hasn't really performed in the games he's played, so I don't think he would be considered at the moment. And then you have Barkley, who hasn't shown his ability as a number 10, as a playmaker. And I think even though maybe the game against Liverpool might not be right, it would be good to see him play. And then finally, you have Morata or Giroud as the last dilemma. Now, we all know Giroud is more of a target man player, and he's been okay over these last couple of games, you know, score some goals here and there. As for Morata, he's more of a technical player, and he hasn't really suited well into Conte's style. But to me, the more and more I look at it, I think it's because Morata is more of a poacher. And we see in Batshuayi, he's a poacher himself. And so I think that's why Morata is struggling. He's not that target man that Conte wants. Now onto the lineup, and I think before I go over the one for Conte, I want to go over mine first with you guys and see what you think. So to me, formation-wise, we should go with a 4-2-3-1. I think the reason why we should do that is because we need to figure out a way where getting the balls into the 3 forwards, being Salah, Mane, and Firmino most likely, is pretty difficult. So they're going to have to really play long balls to get there and possibly have Salah and Mane track back to get the balls. So dominating that midfield to me is key, especially with a 4-2-3-1. That could help. Now if we use that formation, I think I would want Courtois in goal, Azpilicueta as right back, the 2 centre backs being Christensen and Rudiger, as left back Emerson. Then at CDM, both Kante and Bakayoko. At right mid, Moses. At left mid, Willian. At cam, Hazard. And then at striker, Morata. But to be honest, I think Conte will go with a 3-5-1-1 formation, where he's going to have Courtois in goal, Azpilicueta, Christensen, Rudiger as the defense, Moses, Fabregas, Kante, Bakayoko, and Alonso as the midfield, and then Hazard at cam and Morata as a striker. Alright guys, that's all from me. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Subscribe to Chelsea SW6, we would massively appreciate it if you did. And press that bell notification button while you're at it. With YouTube these days, you know, you're not notified of all the videos that are uploaded, so I think that could be a benefit factor for you guys. Until then, I will see you guys later, and if I do see some of you, it will be this Sunday at Stamford Bridge, because I do have a ticket for the Liverpool game. But otherwise, guys, I will see you later. Adios.
Hi, it's Colin Pates here, ex-Chelsea 400 games. Don't forget to subscribe to Chelsea SW6.